Well, the countdown is on to the biggest sporting event in the world. This morning, seats are still available for several matches, including the first games kicking off June 16th in KC. And for St. Louis soccer fans, as we know, it's just a short drive or train ride away and a chance to be a part of a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So joining us right now is legendary St. Louis-based broadcaster and player, I know, and the longest-running U.S. soccer announcer, Mr. Soccer himself.
Thank you for immediately giving my age away.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, Bill.
Sure.
You've obviously broadcasted and covered 11 World Cups all over the globe. So for St. Louis soccer fans who might be on the fence about making the drive, how does having the world's biggest sporting event right in our own backyard compare to traveling across?
Don't even think about it twice. Go. It's 3.5 hours. You drive up. You can drive back the same day. Get a chance to see the World Championship team. Argentina, they open up next Tuesday. There's 3 other first-round games for the round of 32. Then a round of 32 game in which it's a possibility, a remote possibility, but Ronaldo could play Messi.
Which is wild.
Absolutely bizarre. Now, it's pretty remote, Mercedes, because I don't think Argentina's going to end up being one of the third-place teams.
Okay.
However, it's almost definite that Portugal will win their group, so they'll be in that game. And then, nonetheless, you're also having a great chance to see a quarterfinal on July 11th. So, all in all, go to Arrowhead. It's have you ever been to a World Cup game?
No.
There's nothing on the planet like it because it's not a city against a city. It's a nation against a nation.
Yeah.
And a goodly number of these people, this is the way they validate their nationalism through their World Cup teams. And they do it on a regular basis, not just every 4 years, all the time, but in particular at the World Cup.
Well, and you just mentioned Arrowhead Stadium. Obviously, it's one of the loudest stadiums. It is so fun to see a Chiefs game. So what do you think the atmosphere will be like in Arrowhead for a World Cup match?
Deafening.
Yeah.
Absolutely deafening. I'm glad you brought that up because it is a perfect venue. I've done a lot of games at Arrowhead. Not a bad seat. And if you can't get a ticket, can't get into Arrowhead, there's countless things going on around the city of Kansas City. At the World War I Memorial, 25,000 fans will be packed in there watching big screens. The Power and Light District, which is always on fire, fire for various games, but in particular, World Cup games. So if you can't get in Arrowhead, there's plenty of places to go to just get caught up in it. And believe me, this is a personal plea because you won't have seen anything like it at any other sporting event in the history of mankind. Is that strong enough?
No, I mean, you know what? You're convincing me. What makes it so special? I mean, what makes seeing a World Cup match so different than any other sporting event?
That's exactly the way to phrase the question, because it is different than every other sporting event because of what I just said. It's not New York against Chicago. It's Argentina against Algeria. It's Holland against whomever. But you have a chance to see the best players in the world. Some of whom will be in Kansas City. Others will be spread throughout the United States, Mexico, and Canada. But in particular, the games that are going to be in and around the St. Louis area at Arrowhead are going to be really vital. And again, that remote outside chance of Ronaldo against Messi, the two faces of the sport.
Really, though, yeah.
For all intents and purposes for the last 24 years.
I mean, I was talking about it in our 6 o'clock show. I have a Ronaldo jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Because growing up, I was a soccer player.
Well, now, wait a minute now. Is it a Manchester United, Real Madrid, or is it a Portugal national team shirt?
It's a Portugal national team shirt.
Okay, tremendous.
Yeah, well, you know what? As a young girl, I thought he was cute.
Okay. Now, with
and
that
I played soccer. Well, you know, he's a nice face for the game, obviously.
Yes, he is.
You know.
And Forbes' highest paid athlete to the tune of $260 million a year.
Holy cow.
Can you get by?
Yeah, I think I could do well with that.
Not what someone makes on an NBC affiliate here in St. Louis.
You don't know what my side, just kidding. Not even. You covered 11 World Cups. What, is there one that's been your favorite or a memory?
Yeah, 98 for sure. That was in Paris. Excuse me, it was mostly in Paris. That's where the International Broadcast Center was. But we were all over the country. And the last 2 weeks, we did 14 games in 12 days.
Wow.
Lens, Bordeaux, Burgundy, Montpellier, Marseille, back to Paris, over to Stade de France. So we were all over. That's my favorite. Yes.
I know a lot of people are not grabbing the tickets because of the expense of them. That's a real point. So now that we have 30 seconds, what's your final plea? Why is this such a big deal to maybe put some money aside for this?
For St. Louis fans, you'll still have an opportunity to get tickets once you get to Kansas City.
Okay.
But as I said a moment ago, if you can't get into the venue itself, plenty of things around it, so you'll still get a feel for a World Cup.
And kind of final thing, you're obviously a Missouri native.
Yes, ma'am.
How cool is it that we have this stage, this huge world stage right in Kansas City?
Tremendous, because the '94 World Cup should have featured Arrowhead out of honor to Lamar Hunt, one of the founders of the sport in our country. But now it's back in Kansas City, so the Midwest can contend with the East and the West Coast.
It'll be so fun.
Very
Will you
much
be
so.
there?
Yes, ma'am.
I like your scarf too.
Thank you
That's
very
cool.
much.
Where's it from? Which year? Is it 2026? Is it
yes,
this
ma'am.
year?
This
Oh,
is from
wow.
this year. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was going to wear my 1971 in honor of Brazil winning, but I thought, no, be current.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. It was so fun chatting with you.